In Top Gun, Pete Maverick Mitchell is still flying like a man who never learned how to land his ego softly. He's a decorated test pilot stuck at captain because he keeps choosing the cockpit over the career ladder. When a hypersonic test program pushes toward its final milestone, Maverick does what he always does. He shoves the throttle past the limit, proving a point while burning bridges in the process. The stunt costs him the project, but it also keeps him visible, and that visibility leads to an order he can't dodge. Report back to the Topgun as an instructor, personally backed by Tom Iceman Kazansky, now a powerful figure who's quietly kept Maverick's career alive. The assignment isn't a victory lap. The United States Navy has an urgent problem. An unsanctioned uranium enrichment facility in a hostile country is about to go online, and it's protected like a fortress, hidden in a bunker at the end of a canyon, covered by surface-to-air missiles, GPS jamming, and advanced enemy fighters. Maverick is told to train a hand-picked group of elite pilots to fly an almost impossible strike using Super Hornets, and he's given a tight deadline to turn them into a team that can survive. The hardest part isn't the math of the mission, it's the people. Maverick walks into that classroom and finds the ghost of his past sitting in it, Bradley Rooster Bradshaw, the son of his late best friend. Their history is raw, tangled up in grief and resentment, and Rooster believes Maverick held him back for years. Outside the base, Maverick also reconnects with Penny Benjamin, a steady presence who knows exactly how to cut through his bravado, until the job pulls him back into the old pattern of risking everything and calling it duty. Training becomes a pressure cooker. The young pilots are talented, cocky, competitive, and convinced the mission brief is basically a death sentence. Maverick doesn't ask them to trust him with speeches. He forces respect the only way this world understands, by flying. He throws himself into the exercises, dogfights his own students, and shows them what precision under fear actually looks like. Bo Cyclone Simpson, the officer overseeing the mission, clashes with Maverick at every turn, viewing him as a reckless relic. When Iceman's health fails and Maverick loses his strongest shield inside the chain of command, Cyclone removes him from the program and starts loosening mission requirements in a way that sounds safer on paper, but would realistically get the pilots killed. Maverick responds with a final act of defiance. He takes a jet, runs the course himself, and proves the original plan can be executed within the time window. It's reckless, insubordinate, and undeniable. Cyclone reluctantly puts him in charge of the strike. The mission plays out like a controlled fall through chaos. Two strike teams launch from a carrier while cruise missiles hammer the enemy airbase to reduce pressure in the sky. The jets drop into the canyon at high speed, hugging terrain to stay below radar and missile locks, then pop up for a tight exposed window to hit the bunker with laser-guided bombs, one aircraft buddy lasing while the other delivers the shot. They hit the target, but the escape is brutal. Missiles chase them through the valley, countermeasures run dry, and when Rooster is about to be taken out, Maverick makes the choice he always feared he'd have to make. He sacrifices his own jet to save the kid. Maverick survives the crash, but he's stranded in hostile territory, and Rooster disobeys orders to go back for him. The rescue spirals into another disaster. Rooster gets shot down too, and the two of them end up on foot, stealing an old enemy fighter to claw their way back into the sky. Outgunned and nearly out of options, they survive by flying on instinct and trust they didn't know they still had, until Jake Hangman Saracen shows up at the last possible second to clear the final threat and bring them home. In the aftermath, the applause and medals matter less than the quieter payoff. Maverick and Rooster finally understanding each other and choosing to move forward instead of staying trapped in the same old grief.